We start with the Chicago White Sox and catcher Kyle Teel. Teel has faced another hurdle in his recovery, dealing with some soreness in his right knee after a recent at-bat in AAA Charlotte. We dive into the details of this minor setback and what it means for the White Sox's backstop situation as they look toward the trade deadline. Explore whether trading the two-time Cy Young winner makes sense if they remain out of the race. Finally, get ready for Sunday Night Baseball. The Padres and the Mariners are set to clash, featuring Lucas Giolito making his season debut against George Kirby. Plus, join Jason Benetti in the booth with legends like Jake Peavy and Ryan Rowland-Smith, and Anthony Rizzo providing batters' perspective commentary. Don't miss this action tonight. Chicago White Sox catcher Kyle Teel is facing another hurdle in his rehabilitation assignment after suffering a right hamstring strain during the World Baseball Classic. Following a 4 to 6 week recovery period, Teel has completed 4 rehab assignments with AAA Charlotte. However, recent reports indicate a minor setback, with ESPN's Jesse Rogers stating that Teel experienced soreness in his right knee after an at-bat in Charlotte. Teel is scheduled to take a couple of days off to reassess his condition. During his time with the Charlotte Knights, Teel showed some promise, recording 4 hits in 15 at-bats, including a home run. His return is crucial for the White Sox, as the team's backstops have been struggling significantly in the American League, registering a 15th spot in OPS at .530. Catcher Edgar Quero has been the primary option, but his performance has been underwhelming. In 31 games, Quero has batted .151 with a .411 OPS. Meanwhile, former Colorado Rockies catcher Drew Romo has taken over as the starter under manager Will Venable. Romo has shown strong production in his brief 13-game stint, hitting .184 with a .893 OPS and 4 home runs. If Teel returns, the White Sox plan to option Quero back to AAA to get him reacclimated. Venable may utilize a platoon approach, pairing Teel, who bats left-handed, with Romo, who is a switch hitter. Furthermore, Teel could see increased playing time behind the dish to potentially add another run producer to the lineup, alongside first baseman Munetaka Murakami and shortstop Carlson Montgomery. With the White Sox currently sitting a game behind the Cleveland Guardians in the American League Central lead, acquiring additional catching depth could be a strategic move for the team at the trade deadline on August 3rd if they remain in contention. Anthony Volpe's return to the major leagues with the New York Yankees has been met with significant scrutiny following a disappointing initial performance. After being recalled from AAA Scranton on May 13th, Volpe struggled to produce offensively in his initial appearances. In the series finale against the Orioles, Volpe went 0 for 3 with a fielding error in a 7-0 loss. The following weekend against the Mets saw even less success, with Volpe going 0 for 1 on Friday and 0 for 2 on Saturday, accumulating 11 at-bats with 0 hits. Despite the lack of hits, manager Aaron Boone has noted that Volpe has shown signs of patience, specifically citing his plate discipline. Volpe drew 5 walks across 3 games, which Boone views as a positive sign of growth in his ability to get on base. However, the report emphasizes that these walks have not translated into production, as all 5 walks resulted in dead-end situations on the base paths, with 0 runs scored. The performance was further contextualized by a fielding error on his return day, which critics argue set a negative tone. The overall statistical picture paints a picture of a player who is getting on base but failing to drive in runs, leading analysts to question his offensive impact. The article suggests that plate discipline without production signals a lack of offensive damage. Volpe's overall trajectory is viewed as challenging, referencing his prior struggles in 2025, including a batting average of .212 in 153 games and leading the American League in errors with 19. The analysis concludes that while managerial loyalty exists, the current performance suggests Volpe is currently the least damaging baserunner for the Yankees, with management signaling a long-term focus on development. The Detroit Tigers find themselves in a precarious situation as they evaluate the potential trade of star pitcher Tarik Skubal, whose return to action looms before the August 3 trade deadline. The team, which has signed Framber Valdez in an effort to challenge for the American League Central title, is currently struggling, sitting in fourth place in the division. Skubal, a two-time American League Cy Young winner, is on the injured list, but reports indicate he has begun throwing again and is expected to be ready before the deadline. Sports analyst Bob Nightingale of USA Today questioned the strategic value of trading Skubal given the Tigers' current performance, noting that the team has lost 13 of its last 19 games. Nightingale asked if trading the expected return of the Cy Young winner would make sense if the team is out of contention. The American League is widely considered weak this season. Detroit is currently only 4-1-2 games behind first place in the AL Central and 1-1-2 games behind in the wild card race, suggesting a strong possibility of them rejoining the playoff race soon. However, if the Tigers remain below the .500 mark by the deadline, trading Skubal could become a viable option. Despite his injury status, teams are reportedly showing significant interest in acquiring Skubal and are prepared to make substantial offers to secure the veteran left-hander. Given that Skubal is in the final year of his contract, Detroit is advised to seriously consider these offers if they cannot immediately improve their standing. Trading him now could allow the Tigers to secure a haul of top prospects for the veteran pitcher, rather than losing him later for minimal compensation. The decision hinges on whether Detroit can successfully turn their season around and regain contention. San Diego Padres and Seattle Mariners are set for a high-stakes pitching showdown on Sunday Night Baseball, airing tonight at 7 p.m. ET on NBC and Peacock. The matchup features 2019 All-Star Lucas Giolito of the San Diego Padres making his season debut against 2023 All-Star George Kirby of the Seattle Mariners. Giolito is facing Kirby, who currently ranks fourth in the American League with 5 wins and a 2.84 ERA, making him one of only 5 pitchers to throw a complete game this season. Giolito has shown promise, having posted a strong 10-4 record last year with a 3.41 ERA. The broadcast features a star-studded panel. Jason Benetti will anchor the play-by-play alongside 2007 NL Cy Young Award winner and pitching, Triple Crown winner Jake Peavy, and former MLB pitcher Ryan Rowland-Smith. The pregame show will be hosted by Ahmed Farid, joined by 2016 World Series champion and 4-time Gold Glove first baseman Anthony Rizzo, who will also offer inside the pitch commentary from the batter's perspective. Jake Peavy, a 3-time All-Star and pitching Triple Crown winner, brings significant pedigree, having won the 2007 Cy Young Award and the Triple Crown. Ryan Rowland-Smith has experience with the Mariners, having played for them for 4 seasons. Anthony Rizzo, a 3-time MLB All-Star and 4-time Gold Glove winner, is a formidable presence with a decorated career spanning the Padres, Cubs, and Yankees. The broadcast highlights the competitive nature of the game, as Giolito steps into the spotlight against a strong Mariners staff.